Alright, I tried filming this earlier and it didn't go so well, so let's try this again. Hello and welcome back everyone to another episode of my big fat journey, where this week has been tough. This is a really tough week. Number one, because I cut down on the meals, right? I said I was going to cut everything down in half, and I did. I actually did. It was absolutely delicious what I was doing, and it was good. The one thing I found interesting is the amount of full feeling that I had was pretty much about the same. I was thinking, well, I'm cutting my meals in half, I'm going to be starving. That sensation didn't happen until way after, like later into the night. I started feeling way hungry, like an hour sooner than normal. But at the end of the meal, I felt very content consistently after every single meal. So it was very nice. It's definitely a transition that I'm going to keep. I'm going to go ahead and continue keeping my meals about that way. But you might be asking yourself, you look a little hot, you look a little red in the face. Yeah, the heat is still very much here. There's still no AC, and this week was just dumb. There's no other way to put it than it was just dumb. The amount of running around that I've been having to deal with trying to get different information from insurance and then from people doing estimates, it's been a pain, to say the least. And with that, and just the combination of the heat, my mental health has just taken a dive. The fact that I didn't resort to stress eating at all is an absolute blessing. I thought I would. I thought I'd collapse at some point, but I didn't. I stayed very strong. Very proud of myself for that one. But it has still been incredibly tough. The water consumption has still been high, if not higher than what it was last week even. So I was kind of worried that maybe my water weight would have increased even further, but luckily that did not turn out to be the case. Let's go ahead and get into the weight loss for this week. Last week we weighed in at 283.6 pounds. This week, 276.6. Giving us a 7-pound weight loss, getting us back almost to 275. We're at 198 pounds lost. We're almost back to 200, baby. We're almost back there, and it makes me feel so good to almost be back there, because I felt guilty because I put so much back on from the vacation, but I'd still do it again. Like, having that break, having the ability to just get all these tastes out of my head that I've been like, what does that taste like again? What does that taste like? Just being able to let loose a bit and be able to enjoy the things I haven't been able to enjoy in so long. There's only one thing left on that list that I still have to have, and that is eggnog. I went an entire season without getting to enjoy one of my favorite drinks. Non-alcoholic. I can have it alcoholic, but I usually don't. But that Southern Comfort eggnog, I went a whole season. Just because I knew it would kick me out of ketosis. If that isn't self-punishment, I don't know what is. But yeah, I need that in my system still. I need to have a little bit of confession time with you. Okay. Yesterday was when I did my weigh-in. I didn't do it today. I did it yesterday because the girlfriend wanted to go out and do a cheat meal. To which I said, okay, only if I have a good weight loss. So the fact that I had a 7-pound weight loss, I felt pretty good about it. And I'm pretty sure, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that I can lose 2 pounds this next week. So we went to, I don't know if it's a countrywide thing, hopefully it is, Cheddar's. Went to one of those places, and the food was really good. Servers wasn't. We had the meal wrong. We tried to get the waitress's attention to correct it, and unfortunately we just kind of ate the meal because we got ignored a little too much. So that was a little frustrating. But regardless, we ended up having a good night. But I did have a cheat meal, and I did not take it easy on the starches because mashed potatoes and corn were calling my name. So I went ahead and had that cheat meal, ended the night with some ice cream, and yeah, it was good. It was a good little cheat day. But I was back on the boat again today, and the one thing that is consistent, but one thing I'm learning to control a little bit better, which I'm happy about, is the day after urges. The day after I break keto, the urges that I get for hunger and just craving is just god dang terrible. It just is. It never fails. I just get these urges of just eat, because that sugar is in my head and it's just like, hey, need more, let's go. And I'm getting better at fighting it. I did not have any slip at all today. So I was really, really happy about that. Doesn't mean it wasn't easy street, but there's only one other thing that I wanted to make mention of, and that is the fact that I had just bought pants. I had bought pants about 2 weeks ago, and they're already big. I love it. So yeah, I think I bought a 42-inch waist, so that means I'm probably closer to a 40-inch waist now. So it's just like, god dang, can my pants stop doing that? But the good news is the pants are getting cheaper. They're getting way cheaper. I'm very happy about that. But other than that, not much more to report on this week. This next week, the main goal that I have is just getting the air conditioning going again. Because if I can get the air conditioning in this house going again, and I can just have that stress kind of subside a bit, the mental health is where I'm struggling. And it's just hard. It's just really, really hard to diet, and when your comfort has been food for your entire life and you're like cut it down in half even from what you already were, it's tough. It's incredibly tough to try and do this. I mean, the amount of anger I've had and the amount of just overall sadness, anxiety, mostly anger, mostly just anger. It's just been, I'm over it. I want to get back to being normal, but it's just been rough. It's just been really, really rough. I mean, when the house is consistently getting up to 90 degrees, I set a new record today of 91 in this house. I'll show a picture of it just in case you don't believe me, because I took it off the thermostat. But yeah, it was just horrible today. It was just horrible. I'm over it. I need things to start getting back to normal. But that is going to do it for this week, everybody. Oh, no, it's not, because I had one more thing I wanted to talk about. TikTok. I asked last week on people's opinions, and I think the decision has been made. I will, in time, do TikTok. I'll start a fresh account and everything, and I will try and make one. I just need to make sure that the message is clear, that I'm not a professional by any means. I'm just a success story, and I can try and be a motivation for people. Because that's the one thing that was brought up. Because there's one point made by The Grind with Will where he was talking about how if someone was like at a tipping point of making a decision, just needed like that extra little bit of push and motivation. And if I was able to help to provide that, then it's worth it. I mean, just helping one person to start a journey when they're in dire need of it, it's worth it. Because when you're big, I mean, it can be a life and death thing. You could be stuck with a life of diabetes, and you could go ahead and have long-term heart conditions. There's a lot of things that can come from obesity. And if I can help people, then I feel like it's selfish of me to not go ahead and pursue it. I just do not want to do it right now. I want to wait for when I'm mentally ready and I can do it properly. So it'll be probably about another week or two. Hopefully just 1 week. Hopefully 1 week I can get this done, get the finances figured out, and go on from there. But for right now, I need to just kind of focus things. Calm myself down a little bit. But other than that, that's going to do it for this week. This next week's challenge is just working on the mental health, keeping the meals down, and hopefully be able to pull off another 2-pound loss to get us back to 200 pounds lost. That's the goal. Hopefully we can do it. I have faith. Hopefully you do too. And I will see you all back here next week. Good night.